This is Muscle Central and I'm Michael Diamond. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, Chris Bumstead, 5-time Classic Physique Olympia champion, will be going for his 6th consecutive win. And I would have to say that he's probably the favored by most going into the show. I think that all likelihood he'll probably secure a 6th title. I don't think he's going to continue competing after this year. I don't remember hearing him saying anything certain, but gut feeling says that this will be the final year. He'll hang up his trunks. I do think that before he completely steps off the stage, I think there's good chance he'll jump into a open show, probably right after the Olympia, just to satisfy the intrigue of many of us out there as to how will he do on the open stage. But I do believe it's going to be his final year. Now, some might think that, well, you know, if he thinks that he knows he's going out, he might not have his heart into it completely into it. After all, he has a kid now, takes up a lot of time. I think that, you know, there's not a lot of time left anyway. The Olympia is weeks away, really. If he's going to be hanging up the trunks, he's still young. He knows he has decades to follow with his child or children if they choose to have more. I don't think that's going to distract him from his, or detract him from his training and focus. I think if anything, it might be a help knowing, all right, this is it. I'm not going to have to go through this anymore. All in, all or nothing. And I think we're going to see the best Chris Bumstead to date. I do think he's probably going to leave the stage 6-time Classic Physique Olympia champion. But it's not in the books. One of the things that he's always had in his favor on the Classic Physique stage is his size. He just simply, amongst other things, he overpowered everyone else on the stage with him. Wesley Vissers looks like he's starting to really, he's been around for a few years. It looks like he's starting to really come into his own. He was extremely impressive in his wins at both the Arnold Ohio and the Arnold UK. Now, when you look at them both structurally, yeah, Chris has him structurally. But Wesley's a big man. He's wide. He might be wider than Chris. Chris has a narrower waist, but Wesley might be a little wider upstairs. Wesley won't be overpowered by any means by Chris. Conditioning-wise, they both bring in really good conditioning. Chris brings in really good conditioning. I do think what we saw on Wesley at both Arnolds was a step above Chris in conditioning. Chris is not going to overpower him. I think Wesley's actually an inch taller than Chris. Chris is not going to overpower him. But at the end of the day, Wesley is not going to overpower Chris either. And when you look at both of them, Chris does have a better structure, nicer flow, if you would, than Wesley does. Wesley might come in a little bit bigger than we saw him in the Arnold, and conditioning to match, if not better. Could a bigger, shredded Wesley Vizes take out Chris Bumstead? Yeah, possibly. I don't think it's going to happen though, but I do think Chris is going to have maybe his best battle, his toughest battle since becoming Classic Physique Olympia champion. I don't talk a lot about Classic Physique. I probably should be talking a little bit more about Classic Physique. But I'm really interested in seeing the two of these side by side on the stage. Ramon Dino, when you see him in off season, he looks real big. But when he steps on stage next to Chris, he doesn't look as big. It's not going to be the same deal against Wesley Vizes. I do think Chris is going to, one way or another, whoever it comes down to him battling in the final and at the very finals, I do think he'll emerge victorious, have his 6th Classic Physique Olympia title. I do think that he'll hang up the posing trunks, but I also feel that there's a good chance he will jump into one open show right after the Olympia. Okay, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said, please let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.